ribbon. And to give you a little bit of background around this building itself. So essentially there are two parts to the story. The first one is that a few years ago, government decided to create a group to look at how medical education was delivered in Ireland, and that was called the Pottrell Group, which produced a report known as the Pottrell Report. And that recommended a serious upgrading of the types of facilities which were available for medical education. And in the context of that, we applied for, and eventually, after an awful lot of tooth pulling and lobbying, etc., we applied for funding to create the medical education component of this building. And the Department of Education supplied us with over 20 million euro for this. The second thing that happened around the same time was that Trinity started looking at where it went strategically in terms of research. And we asked the Nobel laureate Pete Doherty and Stephen O'Rahilly from Cambridge to come over here and advise us as to where we should be going. And their consensus was that we really needed to get the medical scientists, the biochemists, the chemists, the pharmacists, the pharmaceutical and medicinal chemists, all under one roof, all working together with all of the modern facilities that you needed to create a thriving medical research environment, and one that would allow research that would go all the way from the basic ideas and basic mechanisms to the potential to create new therapies. And so the idea of a biomedical sciences institute was formed, and the concept that our medical students would be educated in such an institute was such a compelling one that we really pursued this with great vigor. And our then provost, John Hegarty, decided that this was something that Trinity just had to go for as a vision. And we finally, after a great deal of effort and a great deal of work on the part of our Dean of Research, David Lloyd, and on the part of the individual schools concerned and their research directors, we created a strategic document that was successful in generating a sum of 55 million euro from the Higher Education Authority for the completion of the Biomedical Sciences Institute. There's still a shortfall on the funding for the Institute, but the Institute, as you can see, has been built. The medical school has been built, and we actually have a wonderful functioning environment here for research. Now, I would like to, at this point, just thank the alumni particularly, because they have contributed very significantly to this. We've received generous funding from the UK Trust for Trinity College, and Frank Larkin and Mary Green are here who have been working on our behalf, and from the Trinity College Medical Alumni. And of course, you as the school graduates have also been extraordinarily generous in contributing to help to meet the funding gap for the building, and contributed over 300,000 euro, and many of you have contributed to the naming of seats here, and your names are on the plaque in the front of the building, and indeed in front of the Tercentenary Hall. So we are extraordinarily grateful to you for the contribution and for your response to our appeal in our Tercentenary year. And we're delighted to see so many of you have come here on this very, very special occasion, and I hope that you have enjoyed the evening last night as much as I did, because I found it was a wonderful occasion, and it was just so nice to see so many of our graduates after all these years. Now, we have a little bit of a surprise here. We are going to cut the ribbon to formally open this Tercentenary Hall. That is the lecture theatre, which has been built with the contributions from our alumni. And there are a couple of people I just want to particularly thank and ask to come forward to help cut the ribbon. And the people I'd like to ask to step forward are Dr. Konstantin Benyarakis. Is he here? There we are. And the family of Lorna Dalton Dabru, and I'd like to welcome Dr. Dalton's sister, Dr. Ouida Ramon Molinaire, and she's here. Dr. Stanley Queck, who has made a great contribution to the building and who has the lecture theatre below this one, named in honour of his substantial contribution to the school. And this week we also got a call from Dr. Leo Chuang to say he couldn't be here with us this weekend, but he's also to contribute a substantial contribution towards this building. So I'd like to ask Dr. Kenirakis and Dr. Ramon Molinero and Dr. Queck to come forward so that we can cut the ribbon at the top of the stairs here and take their formal duties of the day with the opening of the Tercentenary Hall. Maybe the two of you can
hold your head.
Oh. Do you think we'll have enough strength between us?
Don't cut it yet. When you like me?
Go?
Yeah.
The formal part. Those of you who got stuck with me can visit the anatomy room, and refreshments are served in the room at the end of the corridor here, where you had tea and coffee yesterday. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I had a tour of the schools